don't know how much it will cost. I just have this great idea with me. Then go jump. If you don't know how much it costs, there's no point of doing any of these things. I'm saying you. And I'm saying this, you need to get these things done. So how do you break a budget? How do you make a budget of a movie? You will make it exactly the way you will make short films or any film which you have worked on ever in your life. If you made a short film in your academy, or digital academy, you know, Kiar, this camera, if I take it, it will cost me this much rupees per day. Can I hire this camera? You know, if I take a services of a friend who's going to be a sound, it will cost you. Ditto on a film, which is much on a larger scale. But I am saying you need to do this. You need to know, take the script, break it down. Have you heard of things called DPOL, DOL? You haven't heard any of these things. You're all lost, I'm telling you. DOL is direction one line orders. DPOL is direction production one line order. It's plain simple stuff. For instance, I don't know whether you guys can see it. It's a very simple thing in terms of, gosh, this is something you guys should be learning. Okay, you have a script. Your script says, boy walks into the classroom. Okay, the entire classroom starts giggling. Girl looks at him. Okay, and boy just looks at the girl, feels embarrassed, sits down. Next scene, boy is walking down the cafeteria. Girl looks at him, is giggling. Boy is embarrassed, walks down. Third scene, boy is on the streets, sitting in the bus. The girl is sitting right across to him. This time she looks at him, he snaps at her and says, "What's so funny?" Okay, now this is a screen play which you have. How do you do a DPOL? You do a DPOL by describing the scene. So the scene is, boy enters what? Classroom. None of you can understand my handwriting. Okay. This is the scene. Okay. Where is it? Is it interior, exterior? You'll have to find out whether it's an interior. So you have to write where it is. So interior, exterior. Okay. Is it day or is it night? Is it who the character are? Where is the costumes for this? What are the props needed? For every scene, I'm just giving a rough kind of thing, this thing. For every little scene, you have to do this. You have to break the scene into, whether it's interior, whether it's day and night, whether it's costume, whether who the characters are, what are the props required, special equipments, whether you need anything. Once you do this for the entire film, what we call in the industry, it's called a direction production one line order. Okay, it's called DPOL, one liner. You need to do this. Once you do this, when you're budgeting it, you will realize that I need to do this scene, which is an interior scene. I need to do the second scene, this scene which I need to do it, but I can't do this scene, I can't do this scene because they are some other location. Okay, they are some other characters. So you need to start taking all scenes inside the classroom together. So you build up again another one which is called your location kind of thing, where you put all scenes to do with locations in the same location in the classroom. You put all scenes together. Why do you do it? Because every time you can't come back here and keep shooting. So you say, okay, I've got this, I can light up this place, and the same thing, let me do 4 scenes in the classroom. When you put 4 scenes in the classroom, you realize I need the classroom costs 20,000 rupees per day. So that's how you do budgeting. So you realize, you look at the scenes, you start doing it, you look at how many places you need to go, you look at what is the special things you need. Suppose you say, I want them sitting in a bus and going. How the hell do you get a bus? So you'll realize somebody has to go and ask, sir, can I have a bus? He'll say, what do you want a bus for? He says, I need to shoot. He says, okay, you want to shoot? Shoot. Where is your camera? It's going to be inside the bus. No, it's going to be a problem for the passengers. You can't shoot, put the camera inside the bus. So if the camera is outside, can you shoot from outside? Yeah. So you wait for any bus and your characters goes inside the bus. Your sound designer will scream at you, saying, I can't record in this thing. Bus is moving, people are screaming, I don't get the dialogue. So what do? Say, screw the bus, we'll hire a bus. You go to BST, say, I need to hire a bus. How much will it cost? He will say, it will cost you 50,000 rupees per day. That's how your budgeting is made. So you know you need a bus. That's a special prop. You need a special prop. Budget goes like this. Some locations are India, some locations are in Australia, something is in South Africa. You know how much it costs. So you have to do budgeting. Now, don't get frightened by all these things. But what I'm saying is, if you want to be a filmmaker, you need to know how much does your film cost, and you can't just take any figure from your, and just fart it out and say, it's going to be a 3 crore film, sir. It's going to be a $1.5 million or it's going to be a 6 crore film. You can't do that. On what basis are you saying it? And you say, okay, this doesn't include the actor's fees. This is just the production. So you need to know, for instance, if you go to the lab, how much does 1 can of roll cost? So if you're shooting on film, you will realize, okay, I'm shooting on film. You have to realize that a Fuji or a Kodak thing in India costs approximately 12,000 rupees for a can. How many cans are going to use in the film? And it's very boring, but it is the basics. If you don't do this, then you're sitting here and you're going out and not making a film. Until and as I said, you'll get some producer who says, just concentrate on that stuff, forget all this, I'll get it for you. I'll give you the cans, I'll give you everything, you don't worry about it. I'll get you the bus, tell me where you want to shoot, I'll get it. So that's a different ball game. So you need to get your budgeting done. Now, if you got your budgeting done,